Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chats. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong live for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well.
There you go, team. I should take that overlay off. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another Property Management Wednesday, Wealth Coffee Chats, live from the Brisbane office this morning. Hope you are well, wherever you are tuning in from. Might pop some things up here and get into the chat, see who's online today. Kevin, good evening to you. Good morning from Australia. Good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, team. Pop a shout out in the chat, team. Let me know where you're tuning in from this morning. Always good to get a bit of an idea where you guys are at. Even let me know in the chat where your property investment is, because this morning, I'm not sure if you guys know. Maybe you've seen the article, maybe you haven't. That's all good. This morning's conversation, national vacancy rates hits a 10-month high. What on earth is that about? Is that real? Perhaps, right? Perhaps we might share the screen and show the article in a moment. But I'm going to talk about a little bit about vacancy rates today, team. I want to give you some insight into some activity of the month of June for our internal team here in Brisbane in particular, just to talk through some number of inquiries, some of the activity on the ground, because yes, there is an article that is posted through the REB website. If you guys want to jump on it, just type in REB vacancy rates 10-month high and you'll find the article there. Some information there that is suggesting some truth to the month of May, or the end of May. Information coming out in relation to the third month in a row where vacancy rates actually went up, right? Up. What on earth is that about? Yeah. Because I can tell you it's been absolute busy time here in the property management world, right? So, all right, team. So with that topic in mind, let's get into it, because we've got a few people jumping on today. Brad's here. Great to see you again, Brad. Yes, from Mackay, and good morning to you, Alex, from Cairns. Hopefully it's warm up north, team. You might notice me in a massive jacket today, but tell you what, Brisbane's a little bit cold and raining this morning. Morning to you, Sonia, and Bunty as well. Thanks for tuning in, team. Always good to hang out on a Wednesday morning, as we say on Wednesdays, Property Management Wednesdays, if you don't already know. And we talk about, this holding phase of your investment journey and what that might look like. And as I sort of mentioned, today is all about, the third month in a row, ending May, where vacancy rates actually went up. And what I want to share with you guys today, and you may notice a little number over my shoulder. Got some notes here, right? May to June, vacancy rates lifted 0.08%, right? So not really much, 0.08%. The national vacancy rate right now. Does anyone want to tell me what that is in the chat there? Right, national vacancy rate across the country. Anyone know? You want to pop that in the chat? National vacancy rates. Maybe give me a shout out there. Let me know. But we talk about vacancy rates, right? And if the vacancy rate was 3%, we talk about that being a balanced market where there's, equal supply to demand. I think, for the last couple months here on Wealth Coffee Chats, and certainly the conversations with you guys over the past probably 12 months in particular, we've been talking about how strong the rental market is and how much rent growth there has been. And yeah, Luke's nailed it. Probably gave it away, obviously, on the board. Vacancy rates across the country, they're up to 1.3. Now, is this a concern? 3 months in a row, it's going up. Perhaps that suggests there's some good news for tenants out there where the market might be easing. All capital, I've got this note here for you, team. All capital cities across the country, except for Canberra, are actually experiencing lower vacancies today than they did pre-COVID, right? Which is also interesting. Markets like Perth have been absolutely, smashed in terms of competition and rent growth. Markets like Adelaide, Brisbane as well. Adelaide and Brisbane today, team, hold some of the tightest rental markets in the country. Adelaide just over 1%, Brisbane up at 1.11% as well. Now, we're talking about third month in a row vacancy rates, right? That hasn't happened in a very long time. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Maybe I didn't, but it's been a hell of a long time since that has actually happened. I think it was back maybe pre-COVID, sort of start of 2020, right? But what I can tell you, team, today is I don't believe that's going to actually slow the rental growth down, right? For the month of June, our Brisbane team, we had still another 1,000 inquiries come through, into the business here for properties we had listed on the market. Given the vacancy rates are low, so is that rate across our business, our portfolio, the number of properties we manage, very, very low, right? And we're talking single digits. And what we found, right, we got another 1,000 inquiries for the month of June. We received another 100 applications off the back of that, right? So a 10% conversion in that. I've been out there on the ground, team. What I can tell you is, whilst there might be articles that say, yep, maybe there's some good news for renters, I'm telling you, team, the market is still strong, right? What does that mean for us as property managers? What does that mean for you guys as landlords? It's still very important to make sure we keep our finger on the pulse, because we need to understand what's actually happening. And what's actually happening on the ground, the reality is that, team, competition is still fierce. Vacancy rates are still low, right? Relatively low. Markets like Brisbane, Adelaide at 1%, Perth, it's like 0.6, right? It's unbelievable. And across the country, other than Canberra, as we said, experiencing vacancy rates way lower than they did pre-COVID. So, rents will continue to be strong. They'll continue to increase. We still seeing significant inquiry come through, for our Melbourne group. If anyone's got a property in Melbourne, give me a shout out. Let me know how you're tracking there with that sort of stuff, because we still received another 600 inquiries for the month of June across our number of properties that were available. Now, to give you some context, is 600 a lot? Is that below average? Probably a little bit below where we were perhaps, where the numbers sat, in say quarter one and quarter two of this year, right? So dipped off a little bit. But what we're still seeing is some really good rental growth outcomes, which is really, really cool. So, why is this important, team? You guys know this. I'm sure you do. We've spoken about on Wealth Coffee Chats before, that when we've got a growing market that is changing constantly, right? And for the most part, we're talking capital cities and metro areas here. There's some different sort of activity perhaps going on with some regional marketplaces, which we can jump online another time and talk about. But in the capital cities, team, market's strong, right? For you as the landlord, as the investor, we get one chance a year to do a really good rent review, right? And so if your finger is not on the pulse, if your property manager is not understanding what's going on, if we're just reading a headline article, right, we might think something else is going on in that space, right? And for you guys, it's a massive opportunity to make sure that your rent review is accurate because you don't want to miss out on any opportunity, right? Because we want to try and maximize our property performance in that space or in that portfolio, which is really good. Charles, good morning to you. Thank you for jumping on, team. A few comments flying at me, which is great. So, team, when the market's moving really quickly, I just wanted to come on today and go, hey, keep your finger on the pulse. We're doing some good stuff. Yes, third month in a row where vacancy rates have jumped up. However, I don't believe that's going to change anything. We are seeing this on the ground in most capital cities. Competition is fierce. Demand's really strong, right? Vacancy rates will remain low. To put into context, we're not at a 3% balanced market. We're at a 1.3 across the country, right? Significantly low. We know that supply is not necessarily going to get better anytime soon. And again, it's just another important little little tip today to say, hey, keep your finger on the pulse. If you've got a rent review coming up in the next 30, 60, 90 days, team, I would highly recommend you sit down with your property manager, jump on the phone, Zoom, whatever it needs to be, have a look at what's happening in the marketplace. Ask those questions. Hey, how many people are coming to your open homes? Yeah. What sort of tenants are coming through? What's the feedback like? We had a property last week, a high-end property, and we had multiple applications, right? It's happening at every price point in the marketplace. So stay on top of that because, like we say, you get one chance, right, on an annual basis. The rent review has to be 12 months from the last one. So, we don't want to necessarily be missing out on any opportunity that is there in front of you for you guys as the investor. Accuracy is super important, team, because I'm telling you, a lot of property managers, a lot of investors will get caught out on this stuff. They will miss out on opportunity and they will absolutely not be able to solve that problem of that market rent gap, right? When it's probably the number one thing you can do to increase, your revenue right now. So, team, look, short and sweet today. I just wanted to get straight to the point. Vacancy rates, like I say, a little bit, an upward trajectory, I suppose, but not to worry. It's not going up significantly to COVID times anytime soon, I wouldn't think, given the lay of the land. So, team, if there's any questions, pop that in the chat for me. I want to do a real short and sweet one today, just to hit home on what's going on in the place. If you've always anytime team, you've got questions, put it in the chat for me. Flick me an email. Love to always hear your feedback each and every week for those that are reaching out. If there's any topics out there, team, that you guys want to unpack, something happening in your world of holding property, love to hear your story and unpack that together. It's always looking for a new sort of story to sink my teeth into. So, team, that is it today, I guess, for another Wealth Coffee Chats on a Wednesday. Hope you are all well. Alex and Brad, enjoy the warmer weather up north. I hope. I might just rug up here down in rainy Brisbane today, which is cool. So, all right, team, that's me. If there's any questions, let me know. Yeah, Trina says, yeah, great chat, good tip. Yeah, absolutely. We get one chance to do it. Let's just get on with it, team. So that's it. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your day, team. Thanks for tuning in for another Wealth Coffee Chats. Don't forget, tomorrow, Jason will be back for another episode at about 8:10. Don't forget. See you then, team.
Episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.